即将抵达直布罗陀基地。
Namaste， 我会重整秩序。
哎，你好啊！希望你喜欢。你好啊，伙计。你好啊，伙伴。你好。
距离进攻还有30秒。
恭喜发财！
会再次来到这里。
你需要治疗一下。
Come on！
以前我不喜欢这里的风景，现在却觉得
这是我的小确幸。
就是这样。
5、4、3、2、1，开始进攻。目送目标前进。
放在这里就好了。
目标在前进，各位小心护送。
希望你喜欢。太完美了。你会没事的。有好戏看了。正在护送目标。加速治疗。希望你喜欢。进攻。恢复吧。需要治疗。立刻炸弹！我来对付你了。
我的意志化为现实。
要是你玩过拆炸弹，告诉我，炸弹来啦！你会没事的。放在这儿就对了。你好，治疗。好，谢啦。
非常感谢你。
有敌人
猎物设下了陷阱。
感受毁灭的
需要治
确保
疗。
目标符合计策。
希望你喜欢。我踩的正着。
信标放好了。
无序才是人类真正的敌人。
别让我失望哦。
让这东西动起来吧。
रक्षा प्रणाली संगठित 造界塔安装完毕。
没有东西是不能破解的，人也一样。Get down。还剩60秒。 块可能用得到。
让它动起来！装甲包在这儿。
还剩30秒。
你的力量别打乱了。
掏出我的双眼。向东别想集合，发动特殊攻击。
好多了。
目标停下来了。
过来移动目标。
失败。精彩重播。即将抵达直布罗陀基地。就是要赢！再来包把你卡的 C 哦，第一把爱你哦，救命！
该行动了。
距离进攻还有30秒，只想被派驻到这里。
嘿，比利机兵，你看。
5、4、3、2、1，开始进攻！
哦，我爱死这首歌了。
护送目标前进。
人人都是斗士。
我来帮你治疗一下。开始加速。 回复吧！我正在带着目标前进，
快过来接受治疗。
找到敌人了，赶紧停下！加速复原，跟上这个节奏。
臣服于我的意志。
开始！
注意，前面有狙击手。
我的双翼快就定位。
好多了。有人需要治疗吗？ 我锁定你了，到处都是目标。
双杀！看我这招！
快来支援我！
火力全开！
正在抓目标，移动至目的地。已建好移动道路。尽快移动至实战后方。
下方接下，
感激不尽。
集合，发动特殊攻击！这位英雄，站起来！
目标即将抵达中。
战斗还没结束。
双杀！
发现敌人。
双杀！谢谢。小心狙击手！目标正在前进。装甲。胜利！
结束。
双杀。
傻傻的一直跑去接，你不能，然后网也不会被你吸过来，就这样。
绿洲城。
伊娃，告诉我，你的射击技巧跟谁学的？
你好，跟10位会员一起学的。
5、
学着点儿。
3、2、1，第1回合占领目标。
你好，你好啊！这还真美。
恢复吧。
我找到敌人了！过来呀！
治疗你。
刚刚好。
现在可占领目标。
安妞。
在这里集合。
帮你治疗。
还行。冷静点。
接下来。
正在占领目标，请求支援。正在封锁目标区域。
感觉活过来了。
加速治疗。绝招好了，来大闹一场吧！
朋友，别担心，我就是你们的盾牌。
行动自爆程序。
无序才是人类真正的敌人。
谢谢。
要，谢谢。恢复吧。
你好啊！敌人正在攻击我。
正在调整防御系统。
帮你恢复。
来我这里。安妞。
放马过来呀！
召界塔安装完毕。
你好啊！
好啊。我的防御系统减弱了。召界塔设置完成。
躲到我后面。
好多了。
治疗你。
召界塔启动完毕。
安妞。
防御系统减弱了。
你好啊！
我的决斗
从虚无化为实体。光子屏障设置完毕。少界塔被摧毁了。
延长赛。
正在投射屏障。谢可吉他们复活了。
嘿，你好。
护盾产生器运作正常。防卫阵列设置完毕。
我的绝招正在蓄力。
比数1-0。
给他们点颜色瞧瞧。
我喜欢这个地方。
好。
希望世人能明白，科学带来了多少奇迹。
你好啊。
就是这样。
4、3、2、1，第2回合占领目标。
你好啊。嘿，你好啊。
我到我后面。Hello。
防御系统已就定位，正在形成屏障。
我的，今天是我的。
我来修复你的伤口。
嘿，你好啊。
少界塔就位。
Hello。
正在投射屏障，这个会治疗你。我的少界塔被摧毁了。这个能保护你。从虚无化为实体。接下来会有点痛。少界塔开始运作。
我听到了。收到。
正在调整防御系统，我的防御系统减弱了。光子屏障设置完毕，真是完美。护盾产生器运作正常，它会保护在我面前虚头吧。
我的绝招还在蓄力。看我的精彩表现，你好啊。
帮在这儿。
嘿，你好啊。
这个会治疗你。感谢你，勇敢。有人入侵，正在投射屏障。
我一直在这里。
少界塔设置完成，邪不胜正。我的少界塔摧毁。这能够保护我。防御系统就定位。
你要起来吧。
创造屏障。谢谢。
那招
胜利。
刚刚好。
精彩重播。 敌方将于30秒后开始行动。
什么大风大浪我都见过，只要大家团结，一定能完成任务。
5、4、3、2、1，攻击方出动了，防守目标 A。
炮塔架好了，
屏障受损了，屏障撑不了多久
放心，我见过伤势比你更糟的。
我一直在你旁边。
我会保护你。恢复吧。
我的绝招正在蓄力，
将士，
我就是你们的盾牌。
你会没事的。
我的绝招正在蓄力，
我会继续治疗你。加速治疗。小伤而已，不会有事。
我的绝招正在蓄力，需要治疗。
我会照顾你。
感激不尽，
火力全开，感激不尽。我强化你了，上吧。我来掩护你。
绝招准备就绪，人龙合一。
你会没事的。
我需要治疗。
我感觉好多了。
装甲包来了，
你会复原的。
装甲包在这儿。
恢复吧。
系统就绪。
我会继续治疗你。我来睡吧。我来掩护你了，加速治疗。
我的绝招正在蓄力，我的绝招正在蓄力。
装甲包来了，
放心，我见过伤势比你更糟的。
来热个这招啊！
上吧，我会治疗你。我强化你了，上吧。
这个世界值得我们努力保护。
谢谢你。快来拿装甲包吧，装甲包来了，来拿装甲包。
看招！起来吧，小强！
还剩60秒。
感激不尽。我的宝贝。
炸弹来了！他们哇，好多了！我不会让你死的。我来帮你。瞧瞧这个！
还 精彩重播。双杀。 欢迎来到好莱坞。
提高音量，是音乐治疗专家。
不要停下来了，必须把计划导回正轨。
感受疗愈的节奏。
目标由我来保护。
走开！ 热舞开始！
让目标前进，
闪开了！
是后面，
滚开！下线！音量转大点！加速前进！ 要加快速度了！哦，我爱死这首歌了！闪开了！
看来
滚开！
我的目标前进！
看我的！哈哈！微步，闪开了！给我站住！ 滚开！谁都挡不住我！耶！大家加快脚步！
敌人有回阵线，
打至两下，这样就对了。
各位英雄，站起来！
走开！
不是。
like it. Darius available as well. And Linderung has been one of our more successful Darius players.
I know, but I'm scrunching my face a little bit because they've already locked in Shen, and now you're saying Shen support for sure. I guess Ryze could flex, and it could be a Shen Darius lane. But you see Tahm Kench Ezreal is actually not very good to run 2 bruises against Tahm Kench Ezreal. So you're kind of giving a lot of information, and Darius hasn't been a power pick. You might say, well, now we don't have to ban Mundo, but we've seen Mundo beat it, so they're actually going to ban Mundo. It feels like you really get little with this Darius unless Linderung is not in a confident spot with his champion pool.
Yeah. Okay. I would have liked them to keep the Shen as a flex like you were talking about. Deny Cuvée going back to his Ornn, give the Shen a little bit of a better lane. We saw that it's not necessarily a winning lane, but is something that is comfortably laned into the Ornn. But the Zoe banned away now as well as Lava's champion pool is going to get a little bit hit. He hasn't so far played the Ryze in the mid lane just yet, if memory serves.
Look who's being
cannon
banned.
ban. Okay.
A cannon ban. Very interesting. Something that Cuvée has played in and out of meta many times, AD and AP. So I guess it's a Cuvée ban.
Well, it has to be, right? Because we've already got the bottom lane locked in. And it's more the cannon flex to support rather than anything else.
Is it wrong that I get excited seeing the cannon ban? Looking forward to an eventual Cannon versus Darius matchup, because I guess they're showing what's happening in scrims.
Yeah, true.
So that's fun to see another champion that outranges the Darius. I wonder if Cuvée would go all the way back to his Jace, because he did play it from time to time. Hey, speaking of a blast from the past.
And speaking of a decent level 2 there as well, so it's going to be Songwan on his Olaf.
This is a Xin Zhao time, by the way. Xin Zhao was seen by the end of spring season as a counterpick into the Xin, and he'd have Lulu to help him out.
I feel like, yeah, it's going to be aggressive jungler and tank picked up here for Gen G if they're going to follow the Gen G script. And
or, you know...
Oh, okay. Not a tank on the top side of the map if that's going to be the gangplank, unless we're going to be jungle gangplanking. Highly doubt that's going to happen, so that's going to be Cuvée once again on the gangplank, wanting to get himself his first... Sorry, wanting to get himself another win on it.
It's going to be the Rengar instead of the Xin. It's going to be Haru on his famous Rengar. I think it's very risky to run Darius versus GP. The GP choice here is quite risky from the side of Gen G. Suspicious for me, and also the fact that Olaf runs at GP, and Flash doesn't work so well against the Axis, so it's a very risky choice. Could have just been an Ornn, like you mentioned, as the Donger is locked in, baby!
We're doing it! We got the first Donger for the LCK!
Yeah!
That's what we're talking about!
Oh, I've been waiting for so long!
Is this bringing you back to your favorite game of all time, Pop Smithy?
Can we get Pace Time on Skype?
Oh, we should probably get him on Skype. We'll talk
Joel,
to
are you in there?
it.
Joel, get him on Skype.
Joel, quickly, wake him up! He's probably asleep.
Joel actually came on Skype.
He came on as if he'd just been asleep. Just like a grumpy dad where like we just ran into his bedroom in the middle of the night. What do you want? Well, it's going to be Lava playing it potentially. We'll see where the swap is going to come in.
Try to push in bot lane. Let's wait till 20 seconds to decide.
I have a feeling there it is.
Bot lane
that
is
would
going to
make
be
some
it.
Sense.
Ah, yes, the inevitable duo of Heimerdinger and Shen.
Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. The Heimershen.
The Ninja Donger!
I have a feeling this is just going to be Key sitting in a lane doing nothing and Sangyun setting up turrets the whole time. I feel like most of the time, Heimerdinger doesn't have too much trouble fending off 2 people at once.
I'm so happy. I needed this in the third best of 3 of the day. I've been asking for the Donger for a couple of days now, and Heimerdinger hits the Rift. Happy, happy times. All right, OGN, you know your job. When was the last time we saw Heimerdinger in the LCK?
I personally don't know.
I don't know either, and I know a lot of stuff about the LCK. So I'm guessing 2013, maybe 2012. OGN will find it. That is definitely a stat they will put on the screen.
Yeah. And it's going to be quite a few days ago as well, guys. So,
oh, yeah.
Oh, man. It's the most classic Gen G composition, apart from maybe the tank missing from the top side of the map. But Heimerdinger has now hit the Rift in the hands of Hanwha Life Esports. We'll see whether they can get a victory for it and see whether Haru's going to suffer his first loss or whether Gen G will do Gen G things. Let's hit the Rift. right, guys. Genji versus Hanwha as our final match of the night. And thankfully, to keep Papa Smithy awake, we've got the Heimerdinger. And that Bard looks amazing.
Big Key
fan, yeah, of course.
It's Happy Key Day. It's not a Key Party, though, I don't think. So, different thing.
Oh, it's just so Studio Ghibli themed. It was beautiful.
Bard is kind of bespoke, so I can be a fan.
It's like a Totoro type throwback there as well. I miss Totoro.
Attila did this, I think. It was good old friends over in the EULCS, Vitality, coached by my friend Yamato Cannon, who has been playing with that bot lane donger, and here is a bot lane donger. You can be ever present. TP bot lane meta has been there for 80 carries, so why not?
Yeah.
The Heimerdinger to refill his mana and be annoying. And you see Ezreal Tahm Kench and you say, they are so safe, they can do so many things. You know what they're not good at, Atlas? Pushing. You know what Heimerdinger is good at? Pushing.
Yeah. In fact, that's about all he's good at. But he does it extraordinarily well.
I mean, he's good at punishing melee champions with his improved turret.
That's true.
That thing murders the bot lane. And Roller and Core JJ didn't try to fight for level 1, so they can't be too surprised that the turrets were definitely put down earlier.
Well,
and now Haru's saying, it's solo queue, I want to kill Darius, he's overextending.
And he's going to do so. Of course, Cube is going to land. Oh, gets the passive on him as well. Now he's just looking tasty. Haru going to make his way in as the minion wave is going to crash as well. Linderung flashing very early, but red buff is going to come in. Doesn't actually get the E. The bowler not going to land as Cube looking for another parlay. Needs another auto. There's the flash, and the flash parlay comes down. Gangplank not going to fear this lane as much anymore.
There's no information for the side of Hanwha Life Esports about the start, and Haru does it. He goes red buff into gank top as here we go. The last donger, 2014 spring. GBM, then of the Jin Air Falcons, losing to Ryu on the KT Bullets. And that is actually in the LCK, not including the NLB game, which of course is the challenger version of LCK that I cast. The only ever game of Heimerdinger. It's the second ever.
Yeah. This is the second ever Heimerdinger game. Absolutely amazing. And it's going to be, hopefully, you know, we'll see what the stats are going to say. It's going to be difficult for Hanwha Life to actually bring us up to a 1-to-1 as far as the win rate is concerned. We'll see whether Sungyun's going to be able to do it for Heimerdinger. He's got Heimerdinger fans behind him.
2014 spring. SKT were the reigning champions. The format of the tournament was completely different. What percentage of the viewers were watching in 2014 spring on a different stream? They certainly won on LCK1 back then.
Yeah.
Many, many years ago that was.
That was when you had to subscribe to OGN as
Get
well.
that HD, baby.
Get that HD. I did.
Only channel I ever subscribed to, actually.
Really?
I've gotten gifted subscriptions, so it's not 100% true, but when it came to my own money, yes.
More frugal than I, because I like to get them emotes. But Sungyun doing Heimerdinger things down here on the bottom side of the map. You can see the adorable little turret. He had a lot of different skin choices that he could have gone towards. This is not my personal favorite on the
Is this Blast Zone? Or is it the newer one?
No, this one's been around for a while. I remember buying it back in Australia, so it must have been at least
the Mars Attack skin is my favorite.
I know, it is so good!
I know, and I love Mars Attacks!
Oh, it's exactly what I was going to say, Pop. I'm so glad they're on the same level. This is like the crunchy peanut butter all over again.
That was in a different esport that we had that discussion. But by the way, guys, just to let you know, both of us, crunchy peanut butter the only way to go.
Yep.
If you're into smooth peanut butter, I don't have nice things to say.
No, and especially not about your peanut butter choices.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Joel just piped up.
Uh-oh.
And he didn't even call it smooth.
All right,
I'm
done with him.
I'm done with him. Disaster? I can't even speak anymore. I'm so upset. That's all I need to do, Papa. Oh, no. Okay, well, there's a lot of turrets set up here. There's Sungyun pushing. And it's just getting more and more annoying. And what I have the troubling task of having to do now is remember Heimerdinger's ability names, which is straight up impossible. So I'm going to tell you guys that I definitely lied. And Cube, he's going to win the battle of the barrel.
He's got the turret, the missiles, the grenade, and the big turret.
No, the techmaturgical repair bots.
I can see your Google.
I know. I just told everyone that I did look it up. I'm not.
Isn't that his passive? Isn't that his passive name?
Yeah, I think so. But it's the most fun name. Techmaturgical. Oh man.
Well, he's with the surgeons, so I don't know. It's all fine.
Yep.
Wait, no, this is the... Isn't this the I'm certainly not Sub-Zero skin?
Yeah, it is. It is definitely not Sub-Zero. Just like
the Mortal Kombat skins got way uglier when they changed them.
Yeah, they really did. And
they
the
also
Scorpion skin just looks nothing like Scorpion anymore.
Maybe that was on purpose.
Well, you'd hope so.
King Rammus still looks a lot like a certain Koopa.
A certain Koopa, yes. We've got a certain Haru taking a lot of damage. Jumps back in the brush as the Ignite is ticking down. The bowler isn't going to land. I don't think so as Lava. Still looking for more. They are going to get the Cannon Barrage. And Key, he has to run for the hills. 2-0 now for Gen G. As Lava, he can actually go down to fly. Another auto's going to come in there. Not going to be quite enough, as the Airy isn't able to finish off the kill, and Lava did have the potion ticking, but Gen G still asserting their dominance despite the Donger.
Was the flash all in from Fly, not enough to get the kill, so only ends up trading summoners. All inning onto a Rengar is never truly attractive, and then the moment the Wild Growth came back in, I'm sure Songwon felt the lingering doubt. Haru himself, down in experience compared to Olaf, has been power farming, while the Rengar has been able to make the ganks happen, so I'm sure he'll be able to close the gap. And for Heimerdinger, well, he's pushed a lot.
Yeah, it's a nice taunt to come in here with Core JJ, of course. Devour at the ready because he's been doing it for many seasons now. He's going to eat himself some oranges. Parlays down as well. Has his barrel set up. Everything's completely okay. Of course, this is going to be, once again, the Klepto Gangplank up the top lane. I thought maybe we'd be seeing some grasp here, but a little bit greedy from QV, but the level 2 gank means that it's absolutely fine.
But if you, again, you don't want to be results orientated, but when you see someone pick GP into your Darius, then maybe I'll have to hold the point.
Yeah, Haru taking a lot of damage, does get the heal back from the W, but still has to flash. Jumps back in, looking for Lava. They're playing the funny business, but it's not funny enough as Songwon just smacks him in the face.
Yeah, no backup, no ultimate, so he goes down. The Wild Growth on cooldown, the GP ult on cooldown. That was hand in the cookie jar that time by the Rengar. Just for a bit of posterity, it's Klepto Gangplank in a very losing matchup against Darius. Shouldn't be surprised that level 2 gank is coming.
That's true.
He was pushed up. He didn't even get caught putting down a ward. He actually just got ganked down the lane. So Linderong was playing like there was no jungler, and everything about Gen G was very curious. They would go for the GP in that spot. So nicely done. Good snowball on the side of Gen G.
The really scary thing here is that QV got both of the kills.
Yeah, now it's a 2-kill game, and that is troubling.
A real worry, because that was the lane that we felt was probably a problem here for Gen G.
And what do we know about GP is enough ganks, and he kind of wins every matchup against a melee.
I mean, I think that sort of works out for most champions.
Well, you know, some of them not so much. But
if I've got 16 kills and my opponent's 0-16, I'm likely to win. Is my thinking.
When it gets to the double digits, perhaps we are correct. As Haru's walking on a multitude of wards.
Yeah, there's a smattering, definitely.
No, a smattering is 1 or 2. This is like, we're getting there. We're really pushing up.
There was 2. Screw you. Slava will be able to steal away this blue buff, so 2 wards, certainly this early on, feels definitely more than a smattering, I understand.
We'll
that
say
steal's nice.
This seems to be the one kind of gap in the playbook for Hanwha Life Esports. Is just too much Darius. I think they're too one note on the Darius. I know Linderong has had good performances on it, but I think throwing everything out to get Darius every time in the first round and screwing up the flex pick was a bit of an error. They could still win, but just the one thing I've noticed I wanted to ruminate on.
Yeah. And Haru's been set behind just a little bit with that one death as well. So currently quite a few camps behind Songwon as he's suffered the loss of his topside jungle as well. And those wards that you were mentioning before inside there means that QV has to play a lot more carefully. So exactly the result that Hanwha Life Esports wanted on the top side, just to play damage control.
Speaking of damage control, I do want to mention that, you know, we like the Donger into Ezreal and Tahm Kench. We also know that Shen support is not going to have the biggest lane presence, and in this sort of a game, it's more about packing up and leaving than about necessarily helping in the 2v2. Heimer Fiddle is what we saw over in the EULCS. Heimer plus a range support like Zyra would definitely have a lot of ability to run over the lane because they've kind of picked half and half. A bit of team utility, a bit of laning. Sometimes you don't get the most out of either of those things, and the end result is that Ezreal's actually pretty heavily out-farmed.
Yeah, he's also able to get this shove on as well over and over again as the turret is going to die to this minion wave as well.
前往多拉多，做好防御准备，选择英雄。
就是力量。
嘿，嘿呀！我等会。
别再混了！
交给大家，
你会复原的。
攻击方将于30秒后开始行动，
才是值得争夺的事物。
我是俄罗斯之女。
最后检查，大家都准备好了吗？
大家来健身吧，我会打败你。
5、4、3、2、1。 攻击方出动了，
这是我的意志，
阻止目标前进。
我掩护你。
大力点好吗？跟我进行治疗。
你好，
我来保护，
挡住那个目标，挡向目标。
我还能打。
方的问号，屏障站不住了，屏障失效了。
发现点屏障，要增点本事。相信以后。抱歉。
挡住那个目标，
持之以恒。
目标抵达检查点。
嘿呀！
准备开战，别害羞，快打我吧！帮你开好屏障。屏障启动，
我的意志，
屏障开启，帮忙过来。
嘿，挡向目标。
Coaches。Hello，
遵命。
你好，
治疗你。
你好啊。Fiskut Privyet。屏障开启了。这差不多。 准备开战！ 开启屏障。屏障启动。真糟糕！屏障开启。
谢谢你，我的绝招好了。不准动！狙击手。
大家伙接受治疗。
让我这集合。
帮忙过来！给你屏障。
放下武器。这里是背后启动。来我这边，让我这集合。来我这边。来吧，我明白。彻底消灭。来我这里。毁灭的力量。注意，
还能打。没有人躲得过我的双眼。
最近如何？你好。
屏障开启了。
想都别想，挡住那个目标。
准备开战，帮你开好屏障。千万别相信自己。屏障开启。屏障开启了。要来看我的意志。
哈哈，熟能生巧。
你会没事的。
帮你开好屏障，大力点好吗？
躲得过我的双眼。敌人出现了，帮你开启屏障。
放下。
有死才有生。
挡下目标。
还剩60秒。
你好。
屏障开启了。屏障启动。
收到，绝招还在这里。
还剩30秒。双杀。
有死才有生。
来我这边。
还剩10秒。
你好。
屏障开启。
准备开战，我政治力哪些？这还差不多。
精彩重播。
time around this river as Ruler doesn't really want to let them have it. Going to continue throwing shots over and over again. Thankfully,
they have a really fast
okay. Yeah, they're going to start it immediately as well, not wasting any time. The turrets, I mean, when you come to a Heimerdinger, he's going to be feeling like a pretty happy little guy.
His ult yet.
Yep, can Haru actually get in there? Thrill the Hunt is down as, oh my god, the Olaf,
the right
he's
guy.
dead. Yeah, he doesn't actually have the smite available as Haru. Just going to pop on over. Thanks for the leash, guys. And the Baron goes to Genji. That was a disaster for Hanwha.
You need to use the ultimate on the Heimerdinger to try to increase the speed because the one person who died is the one they needed. And the biggest leash possible, 3,000 health Baron. Nice buff there, Riot.
Yeah.
They move through mid lane. Genji's going to take that turret. And, well, the good news was very short-lived for Hanwha.
Well, Lava at least did some damage in the last team fight, Papa. They're now going to lose their base, though. And that's where the good news stops. Head by over 13,000 gold now. Cuvée, not sure what he's building here. This might be the Stormrazor yet again.
No, it's going to be, yes, Stormrazor, you're right. For the crit barrel, seems to be standard itemization on GG
just
right now.
It. Confirmed immediately.
Got the lifesteal there for seemingly no reason. Now, notice that Sungyun doesn't use the super turret, which would mean that Olaf didn't have to take any damage. And, you know, could have blocked some Mystic Shots too.
And they also just get themselves out of there so that the Baron goes over for very, very free. Of course, they would have died to all of Genji otherwise and possibly just straight up lost the game, but it does feel a bit sad to leave all of your hard work.
On the upside, he now has his ultimate event.
Cool. that's a huge upside.
Speaking of huge upsides, it's a 5,500 gold lead for the good old Gangplank now.
Half of the gold lead in this game is on the top lane.
Will a barrel hit the Heimerdinger? It may kill him.
Well, Mystic Shots are almost killing him as Lava takes 3 and almost dies. Ruler just right underneath this turret. No fear at all. We've been saying it all game. Inhibitor will fall down on the bottom side. Mid lane, of course, already taken. And now the base is going to be sieged in earnest. Genji, they've got banners of command. They've got all of the options. Another barrel is going to land there, Papa, but I believe the Stormrazor was on cooldown, which is why it didn't insta-kill the Donga. And Heimerdinger's looking to remain on 0% win rate here in the LCK. Fly is just laughing. That's literally all he's doing. Is the last-ditch effort is going to come in. Cannon Barrage immediately put down as Realm Warp just says, you're not padding your stats anymore. Just end it. We are done. Hanwha Life can have to look for game 2 because that was a slaughter.
Hanwha Life Esports try a lot of things at once, but unfortunately they kind of come unstuck. The Olaf was big in the mid-game. We thought maybe upon maybe could they make it work, but too quickly they accelerated their own demise. The Baron at the end, kind of symbolic of some of the mistakes Hanwha were making. The Rise, the Vlad, they got their head around those, but with the Heimerdinger, a very specific style of champion. First the Shen not helping him in lane, a range support, try to push, into just not making anything else around the map. And Genji right now seem like a top 2 team in Korea. Stormfall.
Yep, and I feel like it's time to put the Gouda back in the fridge. And let's just play some League of Legends because the Heimerdinger on the bottom side of the map didn't work. The Gangplank getting completely out of control, and it was just one level 2 gang. Came in from Haru, and it felt like that whole matchup was for naught. And something tells me that Hanwha Life Esports knew that that was the beginning of the end, because as soon as a Gangplank becomes that much of a problem, what do? When that's the matchup, you're banking on winning. And Linderung throws his life away on the bottom side of the map, looking like desperation. It felt like they knew they were circling the drain.
Hope they have a new plan for Linderung in the top side. The Darius priority again and again and again. They need some backups to that strategy. Give me a Singe, give me something a little bit different to try to find impact in the top lane. Doesn't have to be a tank, but unfortunately around that they seemed a little short on ideas. A lot of ideas around the bot lane, not well executed, and I think again a bit half-baked because they went with the Shen and the Heimerdinger negative synergy. Yeah, well, he did almost as much damage to the enemy team, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think we had a game that went for an extra 30 minutes in our last series. Yeah, it was in fact the last game of our last series, and that was the top damage in that game as well, with an extra whole bunch of time to play.
You know, this Tahm Kench Ezreal thing seems to be pretty good. You know?
I feel like maybe it should get banned. Because I want to know what Core JJ's scoreline was as well. He did die once or twice in that game, but otherwise still did fantastically well. came into it with a 25 KDA. My goodness, Gen G, some changes need to be made on the Hanwha side to stop them from getting all of this comfort and finding the victories. Guys, we are going to go to a short break, but when we get back, it might be our final game of the night for our Super Wednesday, or Hanwha could bring it back. We'll find out after this.
还没结束。双杀。
切可及。
他们复活了。
还剩60秒。